Hey guys, what's up? It's been a while since I made a video or a vlog. I took a little bit of a break while I settled back into work and whatnot, got my life back together, but I'm ready to get back into vlogging. I've been trying to get back into vlogging for a while, but it's kind of hard. After you take a little bit of break, you kind of build all these expectations back into yourself. And I figured if I was going to start vlogging again, then I might as well just reintroduce myself. So I'm Mike Marino, nice to meet you. I have several different passions. One of my biggest passions is music. I love exploring music, going through all different genres, trying to find new artists. I love playing music myself. I've been playing guitar and bass for, about 8 or 9 years. And I have a lot of friends who are in bands. I have my friends Weak Size Fish. My other friend is starting a new project called Pirate Soul. I have friends doing a project called Big Love right now. And speaking of Weak Size Fish, they're coming out with a new album, I think next week. February 23rd is their launch of their new CD. It's called Shakedown. And they have one song released right now. I'm going to put the link to that in the description. And well, you should actually check that out right now, or you could wait till the end of the video, but if anything, I think you'd rather listen to some good music. If you'd rather listen to some good music right now than to some guy rambling to his camera, then by all means, just skip this video and go listen to the song, because it's pretty sweet. Since I know a lot of bands and a lot of people in the local music industry, one of the projects that I'm working on right now, or thinking of planning right now, is to start a talk show where I could have a lot of guests from the music industry, like Weak Size Fish, Big Love, or the people that I was just mentioning a second ago. And I've been speaking to a few people about this idea, and a lot of people are suggesting that I try to get a talk show on Rogers TV, which is relatively low budget. But I know a lot of people can volunteer for Rogers TV to just help out with the camera equipment. So I'm thinking, at least for now, start working at Rogers TV, throw some ideas out there. I've even been watching a lot of Conan O'Brien, kind of studying exactly how he does things. Like, for instance, how he uses his communication skills to elicit passion from the celebrities that he's interviewing. And it doesn't just have to stop there. I'm not gonna only interview musicians. I know a lot of artists and a lot of people doing a lot of different cool projects around this city that I could potentially interview. I already have a list of people on my mind that I could get this project started with. And even if I don't end up doing the talk show, I'll still gain a lot of good experiences. I'll meet a lot of people and build connections and have a lot of learning experience. I mean, film is something I've been interested in a while, so if I volunteer and learn how to do some film stuff, then that will be beneficial whether I end up going through with this project or not. So I'm going to start by just volunteering and see where that goes. But right now, I have it focused in my mind that I want to do this talk show thing. So I'm going to work towards that. And I also got a little bit of smarts here. My brain is actually twice the size of an average person. You don't really notice because you're looking at me straight on, but my head actually extends like twice the size behind my head. Okay, anyway, not really, but I love reading. I love reading books. Mostly I like reading to learn things and acquire new skills. What I mean by that is, like, I like to be healthy. I have a lot of bad eating habits, but I like to know what's good for you. You know, what is an efficient way to exercise instead of just kind of guessing or listening to the media of what's good to eat. So I actually read fitness books from fitness professionals to tell me nutrition tips. So now when I go on a diet, I know what I'm doing. I can just make my own diet. I know how to eat right. It's just building that habit. Some people, when they eat, they don't even know where to start, and that's the biggest problem. With me, it's just a habit. I know how to eat right, I just had to get into it. So as soon as I decide to eat well, I could just kind of switch it on now that I know how to do it, because I read a few books. I also love psychology. I just find it fascinating how the brain works, but I also find it really helpful because you could kind of understand how other people work, how other people's brains kind of work, and how you think yourself. You kind of understand your subconscious, which is kind of hidden in there. So I find it best because it helps you kind of reach goals, because you kind of understand how the brain works, how habits form, things that hold you back, such as fears. I find understanding psychology, you could get over fears that much easier, because fears are something that's in your brain. So if you understand where fears come from, it makes it that much easier to get over them, or insecurities, or boundaries that you have that you need to get over to get towards a goal. So that's why I mostly why I like psychology. But I also it blows my mind sometimes. I just get information high. I'm reading it, I'm like, that's cool. I don't know if anyone else says that. I also get music high. Sometimes I'll turn on this really good song and I could just feel the euphoria burst out of my head, endorphins are spilling out of my brain and it feels like I'm floating. No, I'm not taking drugs, I'm just listening to music and it kind of feels like your head's numb and it's floating. I think only people who are severely passionate about music know what I'm talking about. If you're just a normie who listens to mainstream music, then you probably have no idea what I'm talking about and think I'm some crazy drug addict. And I kind of am, if you count music as a drug. I'm just ranting now. And also John Green. I can't go without mentioning the fact that I love reading John Green. So, I kind of wrote down a few notes for this. At the end it says Jim Carrey. He was my childhood hero. That's probably why I'm so goofy. Is my definition of humor is Jim Carrey growing up. Anyway, I'm out of time. So according to the camera. So if I get cut off halfway mid-sentence, that's kind of